Good morning and welcome to the Mathematic. My name is Dr. Matham, and today I came up with very important and common questions of a residency interview, which is tell me about your weaknesses. So tell me about your strengths. Strengths could be easier answer as compared to tell me about your weaknesses because strengths everyone knows. First, let's talk about the tell me about your strengths. So you should ponder before the interview. You should prepare yourself. Like, what are your strengths? The strength should be actual, not to tell your fake because they are the interviewer. They are the expert in everything. You should you know first prepare yourself to talk about your strength. So strength could be it could be anything. Like it could be your personality, it could be your skill sets. I would say most of the time you should talk about your skill sets, not the personality, because that they are looking for the someone who have the skill sets, not the personality. Personalities, I would say it's okay, but they are looking for the skill set, like what you bring to the table. And you should strength could be, you could be a good talkator, you could be a good communicator, you could be a good listener, you could be a good team worker, you could be a great leader. So these are the strengths. So talking about strengths is very easier as compared to the counterpart, which is talk about your weaknesses. So talk about your weaknesses is very important, and it's going to be the decider of your major result as well, because this the answer to that question is very tricky. So I would say you should prepare yourself before the interview to talk about your weaknesses. So weakness could be anything, but you should not talk about the weaknesses that actually are, it's gonna be the red flag in your CV. So I would say you should, ponder and prepare yourself for to talk about your weaknesses. So for talk about your weaknesses, you should, so there are the three things you should, talk about your weaknesses. It could be you should talk about your for the skill set, not the personality. If you have the like the weakness in your personality, the change in your personality is very difficult. I would say it's impossible. Nothing is impossible in this world, but it's very like difficult to change your personality. But changing your skill set, you can change skill set because the experience and the practices. You can change your skill set by practices, by experiences, and but changing your personality is very difficult. So I would say if you are talking about your weaknesses, you should make sure that should be the skill set. You should you ask yourself what is your weakness. So weakness could be like many things. Like you should first ponder like which is your weakness, and always talk about a skill set that is adjustable, that could be changed with that point. And always remember, if you are talking about the weakness, like if you are saying like this skill set I'm weak at it, and you should change, like I am working on that, I'm reading that book for that the weakness, and and you should take like to talk about it. This is manageable now. I had that weakness in the past, but it's getting better and better. You should tell your interview that you are trying for, you are working for that weakness. If you are saying that this is my weakness, so no one gonna this thinks this is a good answer. You should talk about the things that actually you should take a step to to changing your weakness. Like if I'm the interviewer and I'm seeing you are telling your weakness, and along with that you are saying I'm working on that, like I'm reading that book and I'm working on that I'm impressed. So and most of the interview like is looking for, like if you are good worker, if you are like this, they are looking for someone who's trying for their weakness. This is very important. And never ever tell the answer like that. I don't have any weakness. And you and also don't talk about something like that. I have, this weakness. The weakness could be like this. It should be something that is adjustable, and you should, make your weakness that could be, strength for, like they are strength for you, the interview. And the best advice I would say for the interview is don't take, demonstrate it. Like, like whatever the question is, your answer should be, the answer with the demonstration, not the only answer. Like if someone is asking like, what are your hobby? So you don't tell about just I'm playing cricket, I'm playing guitar, I'm doing this, I'm doing. You should demonstrate it. Like I'm playing cricket because of it helps to develop my personality. Like if I am the captain, so I have to talk to every player before they match. So it seems like you are making something out of it. Like if I'm playing cricket, so which means I'm so it's trying to improve my personality. Like if you're playing cricket, you could be a good leader, you could be a good teamwork, and you should looking for. And the summary of this video could be like you should talk about your skill set. Your weakness should be a skill set, not the personality. And the skill set that should be adjustable, that should be improvable, and you should talk about along with them. This is if you are doing something for your weakness as well, and don't talk about the personality. This is I think this is all about this video. If you have any question, you can comment below.